If you think a daily pill is the only way to lower blood pressure, you have been sold the most expensive half-truth in modern medicine. We have been told it is a numbers game managed by prescriptions and side effects you learn to live with. But while we have been running to the pharmacy, Amish families have been pulling remedies from their gardens that work just as hard for pennies. Today I am showing you 9 Amish blood pressure remedies that science is finally catching up to. One is a bright red flower tea that rivaled a leading pharmaceutical in clinical trials. And the #1 remedy uses 2 pantry ingredients and 30 days of patience to activate a molecule that forces every vessel in your body open. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because we post new videos every week connecting Amish wisdom with modern health knowledge, empowering you to take charge of your own healing. So, let us get into it. Here are 9 Amish remedies that drop blood pressure naturally, ranked from remarkable to life-changing. At number 9, Dandelion Greens, spring's hidden blood pressure tonic. Every spring, Amish children are sent into the fields with baskets, not to pick wildflowers or collect eggs, but to gather one of nature's most powerful blood pressure remedies, hiding in plain sight. That bright yellow weed your neighbors spray poison on every April is the same plant Amish families have treated like medicine for over 200 years. The Amish tradition of harvesting dandelion greens goes back as far as anyone in plain communities can remember. The first tender leaves of spring are tossed into salads, wilted with warm bacon dressing, or simply eaten straight from the basket with a pinch of salt. Amish grandmothers also dig the roots, dry them, and brew a dark, earthy tea they drink after supper. It is one of the most anticipated seasonal rituals in Amish life, and they call it their spring tonic for good reason. Modern science has confirmed what those Amish grandmothers always knew. Dandelion acts as a natural diuretic, helping the body flush excess sodium through the kidneys. But unlike pharmaceutical diuretics, which often strip potassium from your system and leave you cramping and exhausted, dandelion greens are loaded with potassium themselves. Research published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine validated the diuretic properties, and the American Heart Association has long established that potassium is essential for healthy blood pressure. But the diuretic effect is not even the real reason Amish elders swear by dandelion greens every spring. The leaves are also rich in antioxidants and bitter compounds that support liver function and overall detoxification. You can find dandelion greens at most farmers markets or health food stores, or simply harvest them from any lawn that has not been treated with chemicals. A generous handful in your salad or a cup of roasted root tea after dinner is all it takes. Somewhere along the way, we decided dandelion was a nuisance and started poisoning it out of existence. We literally spray weed killer on free medicine. The Amish never made that mistake, and their blood pressure readings tell the story. Now, if dandelion greens work from the outside by flushing sodium, the next item works from the inside, by relaxing the blood vessels themselves. At number 8, Hawthorn Berry, the artery whisperer. Your blood vessels are lined with a thin layer of smooth muscle that gradually squeezes tighter as you age, like a garden hose slowly being kinked from the inside. One small berry, tucked into Amish medicine chests for over 150 years, has the remarkable ability to tell that muscle to relax and let go. Amish families have relied on hawthorn berry for heart complaints going back generations. The deep red berries are gathered in autumn, dried on racks in the kitchen, and stored in jars for the long winter months. The traditional Amish preparation is a simple evening tea, often blending dried hawthorn berries with rose hips for a tart, warming drink they sip before bed. In plain communities, hawthorn has always been considered the heart berry, given to anyone who complained of chest tightness or a racing pulse. The science behind hawthorn is impressive. The berries contain compounds called oligomeric proanthocyanidins, or OPCs for short, which stimulate the release of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the molecule that signals blood vessel walls to open wide and relax. A Cochrane review, one of the gold standards in medical research, analyzed multiple clinical trials and found that hawthorn extract significantly reduced diastolic blood pressure compared to placebo. These are not folk claims. This is peer-reviewed science confirming an Amish tradition. Now here's the part most people never hear about. Hawthorn does not just relax your arteries once like a quick fix. It actually retrains the vessel walls over time, improving their elasticity and responsiveness with regular use. You can find dried hawthorn berries online or at herbal shops and steep a tablespoon in hot water for 10 to 15 minutes each evening, just like the Amish have done for generations. Modern medicine has been so focused on forcing blood vessels open with drugs that it forgot to ask whether you could simply teach them to stay relaxed on their own. The Amish asked that question a long time ago, and hawthorn was their answer. Hawthorn works on the vessel walls, but the next item targets something even deeper: the stress hormones that spike your blood pressure before you even know you are anxious. At number 7, lemon balm. the anxiety blood pressure eraser. If you have ever felt your blood pressure climb during a stressful phone call or a sleepless night, you already know that anxiety and blood pressure are locked together in a vicious cycle. The Amish have been quietly breaking that cycle with a simple garden herb for centuries, and it grows so easily that they plant it right outside the kitchen door. Walk through any Amish kitchen garden in summer, and you will find lemon balm growing in thick, fragrant patches near the house. Amish elders in their 70s and 80s rarely complain about the kind of stress-driven blood pressure spikes that send most Americans reaching for an extra pill. Part of that is the pace of their life, certainly, but part of it is also what they drink every evening. A cup of fresh lemon balm tea before bed has been the Amish prescription for restless nerves and racing thoughts for as long as anyone can remember. The science validates this tradition beautifully. Lemon balm contains a compound called rosmarinic acid, which inhibits an enzyme called GABA transaminase. What that means in plain English is that it allows your brain's natural calming chemical, GABA, to stay active longer instead of being broken down too quickly. A 2014 study published in the journal Nutrients found that lemon balm supplementation significantly reduced anxiety-related markers. And because chronic stress is one of the most well-documented drivers of sustained high blood pressure, calming the nervous system has a direct downstream effect on your cardiovascular numbers. But that is not even the real reason Amish grandmothers keep lemon balm growing right outside the kitchen door. They also use it for headaches, digestive upset, and as a gentle sleep aid, making it one of the most versatile plants in their entire garden pharmacy. You can grow it in a pot on your windowsill or buy dried lemon balm at any health food store. Steep a tablespoon in hot water for 5 minutes and drink it an hour before bed. We replaced evening tea with evening news and then wondered why our blood pressure kept climbing. The Amish chose calm, and they chose it on purpose. Lemon balm calms the nervous system, but the next item goes after one of the sneakiest blood pressure triggers most people over 55 never think about. At number 6, raw beet kvass, fermentation's blood pressure secret. You have probably heard that beets are good for blood pressure. Beet juice has been all over the health headlines for years, but the way the Amish prepare their beets unlocks a mechanism that raw beets or cooked beets simply cannot match. And it comes down to one ancient technique that changes everything. Amish communities, particularly those with Eastern European roots stretching back to their migration from Germany and Switzerland, have fermented beet kvass for generations. The process is beautifully simple. You chop raw beets into chunks, drop them in a jar with salt water, and let beneficial bacteria do the work over several days. The result is a tangy, deep purple, probiotic-rich drink that Amish families sip with meals the way most Americans drink soda. Here is where the science gets fascinating. Everyone knows raw beets contain dietary nitrates that your body converts into nitric oxide, which relaxes blood vessels. But the fermentation process adds a second, completely independent pathway. The beneficial bacteria produced during lactofermentation generate short-chain fatty acids that reduce arterial stiffness on their own, separate from the nitric oxide effect. A 2019 study in the British Journal of Nutrition confirmed that fermented beet preparations enhanced nitric oxide bioavailability beyond what raw beet juice alone could achieve. You are getting two mechanisms for the price of one. Now here is the part most people never hear about. The fermentation creates compounds that target arterial stiffness in a way that no beet juice supplement sitting on a store shelf can replicate. A small glass of homemade beet kvass with lunch or dinner is the traditional Amish serving, and making it costs almost nothing. Chop 3 or 4 beets into a quart jar, add a tablespoon of salt, fill with filtered water, cover loosely, and wait 3 to 5 days. The health food industry would rather sell you a $12 bottle of beet juice concentrate than teach you a 5-minute Amish fermentation trick that works better. Beet kvass works on your arteries from the inside, but the next item targets the mineral deficiency that silently drives high blood pressure in nearly half of all Americans over 60. At number 5, blackstrap molasses, the mineral powerhouse, hiding on Amish tables. In Amish country, there is a thick, dark syrup that sits on nearly every breakfast table right next to the butter and the bread. Most outsiders walk right past it at roadside markets without realizing it contains more blood pressure-lowering minerals per tablespoon than almost any food on earth. It is called blackstrap molasses, and the Amish have never stopped using it. Blackstrap molasses has been an Amish pantry staple since the 1800s, long before anyone understood the word electrolyte. It is the final byproduct of boiling sugar cane, the dark, bitter residue left after all the refined sugar has been extracted. The Amish stir it into warm water as a morning tonic, drizzle it over oatmeal, fold it into baked beans, and use it as their everyday sweetener. Unlike white sugar, which strips minerals from your body, blackstrap molasses puts them back in. The nutritional profile is staggering. A single tablespoon of blackstrap molasses delivers roughly 10% of your daily magnesium, 15% of your daily potassium, and a meaningful dose of calcium. Those three minerals are the exact trio most directly linked to blood pressure regulation. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has shown that magnesium supplementation alone can lower systolic blood pressure by 5 to 6 points in people who are deficient, and deficiency is shockingly common in Americans over 50. But that is not even the real reason old order Amish families refuse to replace this with regular sugar. They also value it for energy, for iron, and for keeping bones strong well into old age. You can find blackstrap molasses at any grocery store for a few dollars. Stir a tablespoon into a mug of warm water every morning, just the way Amish families have done for 2 centuries. We traded blackstrap molasses for white sugar and artificial sweeteners and lost the minerals our hearts were counting on. The Amish kept the original, and they are better off for it. Blackstrap molasses fills in the minerals your body is missing, but the next item fixes a problem you can feel in your legs every single night. If any of these Amish remedies have surprised you so far, stick around because the top 4 are where things get truly powerful. Hit that like button so this video can reach more people who need it. And if you have not subscribed to the Lost Amish Remedies yet, now is the time so you never miss a discovery. What is coming next starts with a bedtime ritual and ends with a remedy that shocked modern researchers. At number 4, Amish foot soaking, the bedtime ritual that lowers blood pressure while you sleep. If your legs ache at night and you find yourself tossing and turning, unable to get comfortable no matter how many pillows you rearrange, the Amish have a bedtime ritual that tackles both problems at once. It starts at your feet, it costs pennies, and it works while you sleep. Walk into an Amish farmhouse after supper, and you will often find the older members of the family soaking their feet in basins of warm water. It is a scene that has repeated itself in plain communities for generations, especially after long days of physical labor in the fields or the workshop. But this is not just about sore muscles. Amish elders discovered long ago that the foot soak left them sleeping deeper and waking with less stiffness and more energy than any pill ever could. The secret is Epsom salt, which is magnesium sulfate. Research from the University of Birmingham has documented that magnesium can be absorbed directly through the skin during soaking, raising blood magnesium levels measurably after regular use. Magnesium is a natural vasodilator, meaning it relaxes the smooth muscle inside your artery walls, directly reducing peripheral resistance and lowering blood pressure. This is the same mineral found in blackstrap molasses. But here, the Amish deliver it through an entirely different pathway, straight through the skin. Now here is the part most people never hear about. The foot soak does not just relax your muscles. It triggers a reflexive drop in blood pressure that can last for hours while you sleep, precisely when your body does its deepest repair work. The standard Amish method is simple. Fill a basin with comfortably warm water, add 2 cups of Epsom salt, and soak your feet for 20 minutes before bed. We bought expensive sleep supplements and compression socks while the Amish were sitting in their kitchens with $1 worth of Epsom salt, fixing the same problem for free. The foot soak delivers magnesium through your skin, but the next item delivers a blood pressure lowering compound that most Americans eat every day, without ever knowing the Amish version is 10 times more powerful. At number 3, Amish raw celery seed tea, the part of the plant everyone throws away. You may have heard that eating celery can lower blood pressure. It is one of those health tips that floats around the internet constantly. But the Amish do not bother with celery stalks for this purpose, because the real power is concentrated in a tiny part of the plant that most people throw away without a second thought. Amish herbalists have known about celery seed for generations. In fact, celery holds a special place in Amish culture. It is the traditional centerpiece at Amish weddings, and families have long believed it brings health and good fortune. But beyond the symbolism, Amish healers have steeped celery seed as a medicinal tea and ground it into food as a blood pressure remedy for as long as the tradition has existed. They always said the seed held the real power, and now science has proven them right. Celery seed contains a compound called 3N-butylphthalide, often abbreviated as 3NB. Researchers at the University of Chicago discovered that this compound does 2 things simultaneously. It relaxes the smooth muscle lining of blood vessels, allowing them to open wider, and it reduces the production of stress hormones that cause arteries to constrict. A pilot study published in the Natural Medicine Journal found that celery seed extract reduced systolic blood pressure by an average of 8.2 points over just 6 weeks. That is a meaningful, measurable drop from a single plant seed. But that is not even the real reason Amish healers reach for celery seed before anything else when someone complains of head pressure. They also value it for reducing fluid retention and easing joint inflammation, making it a triple-purpose remedy. The Amish preparation is simple. Crush a teaspoon of celery seed, steep it in hot water for 10 minutes, strain, and drink it twice daily. The supplement industry wants to sell you celery juice cleanses and expensive stock powders when the most potent part of the plant fits in the palm of your hand. The Amish never fell for the marketing. Celery seed targets your blood vessels and stress hormones simultaneously. But the next item does something that shocked researchers. It works through a pathway that nobody was even looking at. At number 2, hibiscus flower tea, Amish red zinger, the flower that rivals a pharmaceutical. There is a bright red tea that certain Amish communities have been quietly trading for at roadside markets for decades. It looks almost too beautiful to be medicine. But when university researchers finally tested it against a leading blood pressure medication, the results made cardiologists sit up straight and pay attention. Dried hibiscus flowers are not native to Amish country, but they have been traded into plain communities through herbalist networks for generations. At Amish markets, you might see it labeled simply as red zinger, sold in small bags alongside dried chamomile and elderflower. Amish families brew it as a tart, ruby-colored tea, served hot in winter and iced in summer. They have long considered it a blood cleanser and a heart tonic, and the tradition runs deep in communities that maintain close ties to herbal traders. The science behind hibiscus is remarkable. The flowers are packed with anthocyanins and organic acids that act as a natural ACE inhibitor, blocking the same angiotensin-converting enzyme that prescription drugs like lisinopril target. A landmark study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that drinking 3 cups of hibiscus tea daily lowered systolic blood pressure by an average of 7.2 points in just 6 weeks. That result is comparable to some starting doses of prescription ACE inhibitors, achieved with nothing but a flower steeped in hot water. Now here is the part most people never hear about. Hibiscus does not just mimic a blood pressure drug, it sidesteps the persistent dry cough that makes many patients quit their ACE inhibitor medication entirely. The Amish steep dried hibiscus calyces in hot water for 5 minutes and drink it unsweetened, hot or cold, 2 to 3 times a day. We spent billions developing synthetic ACE inhibitors while a bright red flower was doing the same job without the side effects. The Amish knew it was powerful long before the clinical trials confirmed it. If hibiscus shocked you, the final item on this list is the one the Amish themselves consider their most important heart remedy, and it works through a mechanism so simple, modern medicine almost refused to believe it. At number 1, Amish slow-fermented raw garlic honey, the 2-ingredient heart miracle. Your red blood cells carry a molecule that can force open every blood vessel in your body in seconds. It is one of the most powerful cardiovascular mechanisms nature ever designed, and it sits dormant in your bloodstream right now. The Amish discovered how to wake it up, using nothing but 2 pantry ingredients and 30 days of patience. The tradition of fermenting raw garlic cloves in raw honey is one of the oldest and most closely guarded heart remedies in plain communities. Amish healers have passed this preparation from generation to generation with the same instruction. Submerge peeled garlic cloves completely in raw honey, seal the jar loosely, and wait. The garlic slowly transforms over 30 days, turning golden and soft as the honey bubbles gently with fermentation. In Amish homes, a jar of fermenting garlic honey on the counter is as common as a salt shaker, and elders eat 1 clove every morning without fail. Here is what happens at the molecular level. When raw garlic's allicin breaks down during slow fermentation, it produces compounds called polysulfides. Your red blood cells absorb these polysulfides and convert them into hydrogen sulfide, a gasotransmitter that signals blood vessels to dilate powerfully and rapidly. A 2020 meta-analysis in experimental and therapeutic medicine reviewed 12 randomized controlled trials and found that aged garlic preparations reduced systolic blood pressure by an average of 8.3 points and diastolic by 5.5 points. Those numbers rival many first-line prescriptions. But that is not even the real reason Amish elders insist on the slow fermentation, because what happens to the garlic on day 21 changes its chemistry completely. The harsh, burning compounds that make raw garlic hard to eat break down into gentler, more bioavailable forms that are easier on the stomach. The preparation could not be simpler. Fill a mason jar halfway with peeled garlic cloves, cover them with raw honey, and let the jar sit at room temperature for 30 days, burping the lid every few days. The pharmaceutical industry spent decades trying to synthesize a drug that could safely release hydrogen sulfide in the bloodstream, while the Amish were already doing it with a mason jar and a little patience. Sometimes the most powerful medicine is the one that has been waiting in someone's root cellar for 200 years. Your blood pressure is a conversation between your body and what you feed it, and the Amish have had that conversation for centuries. Drop a comment. Are you team garlic honey, team hibiscus, or team dandelion greens? And if you are not subscribed yet, now is the time. Remember, sometimes the most powerful medicine is not in a pharmacy. Sometimes it is in an Amish root cellar waiting for you.